We got a special pregame guest we'll be talking to in just a moment. I've got Glenn May alongside, Bob Graham, and Ann Mutter, and we'll be back with that special pregame guest right after this. The Westport National Guard Armory. I'm Craig May, and the Oakvale Red Devils leave the floor to get their last words of instruction. The Princeton Tigers getting ready to do their departure routine. I've got Mr. John Hughes alongside, and of course, Mr. Hughes just moving into the Mercer County educational system this year, and we want to welcome Mr. Hughes aboard.
Thanks, Craig. Nice to be here this evening.
First of all, we want to talk about this crowd here. I am surprised to see such a turnout.
Really unreal. I don't know how many this place holds, but it's certainly to capacity, and I understand they're turning people away, but I would guess there must be 3,500 or 4,000 people in here tonight.
It's more people than I've ever seen in the Westport Armory before.
The enthusiasm is just tremendous, isn't it?
We're having trouble cutting down the crowd noise on our microphones. Well, you mentioned crowd enthusiasm. We want to talk, of course, you're familiar with the Kanawha County school system. And, of course, we feel as though in the southern part of the state, we have one of the strongest athletic programs of anywhere. And since you've been in both areas, we'd like you to relate the differences between the Southern West Virginia and maybe Kanawha County.
Certainly, most of the programs that I've seen here compare very favorably with the programs I've seen in the Kanawha Valley. One thing that I noticed is entirely different here is just the enthusiasm of the people for it.
I'm Craig May. We're at the Westport National Guard Armory, where we're talking to special pregame guest, Mr. John Hughes. And, Mr. Hughes, we just got through talking about the enthusiasm of sports in Southern West Virginia. Of course, you as a professional educator, how does athletics or athletic enthusiasm blend in with the educational process?
Of course, I think it does a lot to bring up school spirit and bring communities together and give them some kind of a common purpose to work together. But generally, when you find you have a strong athletic program, you generally find it will blend off into other programs in the school, and the children will take the same pride in other things that they take in athletics. So it's a good program, and we're real proud of it.
We're talking with John Hughes, and we'll be back to continue our conversation when we... Back at the Westport National Guard Armory as the Oakvale Red Devils return to the floor with their Red Devil mascot out leading the way. We're talking to John Hughes. And Mr. Hughes, what type of basketball do you personally enjoy? You enjoy the running and gun type game, or you enjoy the slow down, the strategy type?
I think being a West Virginian and watching West Virginia University all these years, I've tendencies like the run and gun type. However, I noticed that everybody's going to more controlled kinds of offenses lately, and I just enjoy basketball, but I guess if I had to pick a favorite, it'd be the run and gun.
Well, you know, the Tigers like to run, and they like to put that ball up, and of course they've got the ability to slow it down with their fine playmaking guards, and they got the size inside. But this Oakville team they want Princeton badly, because Princeton knocked Oakville off at Oakville. So what do you expect to see happen this evening?
Well, of course, I think the Tigers are going to win, but it's, you can never tell in a game of basketball, but I guess they spread at each other's home court during the season. The enthusiasm here right now being generated tonight is going to have a lot to do with it. You can never tell how high school boys are going to react to such a crowd as this.
Mr. Hughes, we hope you enjoy the ball game, and we want to thank you very much for stopping by. We appreciate the time you spent in the athletic program as well as the educational program around the county, and we appreciate your time in talking with us.
Thank you very much, Craig.
Thank you. We'll be back with more of tonight's pregame show right after this.
I'm Glenn May. We're walking you to the Westport Armory. We got a basketball game tonight, and boy, we have got some kind of noisy crowd. As Ann and I move in, get our seat situated. My chair's got a weak leg. I'm leaning forward, so somebody be prepared to catch me on the rebound here. Well, you can't fall very far with this crowd because there's not room to fall all the way to the floor. It's true, but I won't have room to get up either. You may get stepped on while you're down, too. By the way, Bob Graham, welcome aboard tonight. Well, thank you, Glenn. And I'll tell you, I'm just amazed at this crowd, the noise, the intensity. The Oakville section was crowded here at 6:15. And if you aren't here at the game by now, I don't think you're going to find a seat. Whether they're coming at the gate, standing room only right now. And welcome aboard. Welcome. By the way, little girl, welcome back.
Thank you. It's great to be back, man. I appreciate you listening to you on the radio. It is a real pleasure to be back.
Well, we're glad to have you back. Now, we're getting a lot of overrides in this crowd, so we're going to do some adjusting on our noise levels. Tough one. Take them. Beth? I still can't get you. Try it again.
How's that?
Okay. All right, Bob, can you hear me? I still can. The Eagles take right now. You're on 3. I'm on 3. But the Eagles taking from the crowd, so everybody back home buying whoever's on the board, Tracy, you have to bear with us. We can't keep this thing from pegging. We'll keep it turned down as much as we can, then turn it up at halftime. And they tell us they closed the door now. They're allowing no more people in because of fire regulations, and we press number of people didn't make it in. But Ann, I don't know what we do, and we got them in here.
I don't see any place else we can put them except right out there in the center field. This is...
And bounce around them, huh?
This has to be the best spot I've ever seen.
By the way, Glenn Witt from Oakvale is in the Bluefield Hospital tonight. His wife is sitting right behind us and guarding our coach and saving the seat for us at halftime when we jockey back and forth. So we want to make sure we get that on here. It's Glenn Witt from the Bluefield Hospital listening. And Bob, who's going to win this thing?
Well, I checked with Mike Elmore just to be sure, and he said the team in white would win by 5 points, whichever team was in white. And, of course, Princeton's in white. Rita Akers stopped by a couple of minutes ago and announced that if Princeton wins tonight, the Boosters Club will sponsor a bus to Morgantown for those games. And her number for more information is 425-8521.
Give that number again.
425-8521.
Okay. That's Rita Akers. If you want to ride the bus to Morgantown, we're, as this the Tigers go, and the Tigers got a win here tonight to go. As they're introducing the team right now, and the Tigers on the floor down to our right, the Red Devils to our left. We're just about ready for basketball. Mike Eades being introduced right now for the Tigers. They've got Jimmy Miller out there, one of the starters, and Mike starting at the guard. And that's Soholsky going out, Selesky, I guess, going out right now for Oak Hill. And Bob, Oak Hill is small, but they get to the boards, they're quick, aren't they?
Yes, sir. They play very smart basketball. They position themselves extremely well. They do a very good job on the board. And unless I'm mistaken, both games that Princeton played against Oak Hill, they have out-rebounded the Princeton team, although they are much smaller.
Right, I believe you're correct on that, Bob. It seems like, especially that first game when they played over Princeton, they out-rebounded it seems to me by about 10 rebounds.
We're ready for basketball. Can anybody hear anything?
A little bit.
I'm not sure what I'm hearing you over the mic.
Let the people at home know what we got to contend with here tonight. Man, it is nothing but just deafening, and it is warm in here. It's not that hot, I guess, isn't it? And Preston are coming in at 17-5. Oak Hill is 16-5, aren't they?
Yes,
season. And of course, they tell you that Oak Hill and Preston split games this year. Oak Hill beat Preston at Preston back on January the 12th by 3 points, 59-56, after we had a lead on them in the fourth quarter. And then Preston went over to Oak Hill, and Oak Hill kept the lead throughout the first half, and most of the third quarter. Preston finally came on to win it by 9, 74-65. So this is the 13th game of the season, the rubber match. We're about ready for basketball. As the Red Devils out there, Ken Blanks will be jumping center for Oak Hill. For the Tigers, it'll be Jimmy Miller. As Blanks is standing in the center circle, the officials tonight is Keeley and Coakley from down in Mingo County. Miller moves in, and we've got Blanks in, waiting on the official. The official top, and it's tossed and tapped by the Tigers as Eades controls. Gives it to St. Clair. Jeff takes it to the point position. To the right side to Eades on the wing. Gives it back outside. To the left side of the Witt. Back to St. Clair, top of the key, and to the Witt on the wing left side. Brings it around the horn to Eades. Goes to the corner with it. Right side on the dribble. Gives it back outside to St. Clair. Drops it to Miller on the high post. Jimmy fakes. Fires. Off the flange. No good. Tips up. Miller puts the rebound up off the floor. Gives it out to St. Clair and to Eades. Firing from 18 feet. Good. And the Tigers go on top, 2-0. And Oak Hill will come to the offense as Willie Wood has it in the front court. Gives it outside to Clem Lilly. Lilly moves it to the left side to Selesky. Selesky back over to Lilly, firing from outside. Good. Jim Lilly puts the Red Devils on the board. We got a 2-2 ball game. As St. Clair will move it to the front court for the Tigers. To the left side to the Witt. The Witt comes across the key, drops it to Miller, low post, turns, fires, got it. Jimmy Miller on that patented baseline move. 4-2, Tigers up. As Oak Hill gets it to the front court, has Blanks with the ball. Gives it to Willie Wood. Wood down the right side with it to Hofsky. Gives it inside to Selesky, back outside to Wood. Fine, good. Willie Wood hits it for the Red Devils. 4-4. And the Tigers come up. Eades to St. Clair. Jeff on the dribble, top of the key to the right side to Eades on the wing, looking inside. Back outside to St. Clair to DeWitt. Drops it underneath, it's intercepted, and the triangle into Miller. Coming out there with it was Stauffer. Out to Oakvale, they're running. They come down to the front court with it to Selesky. Firing out the corner, no good. Rebound. Picked up by St. Clair. He flips it to Miller, and Miller gives it back to Jeff, and he'll take it to the front court. As St. Clair moves it to the front court to DeWitt. Back to St. Clair. To Eades on the right side. As Mike looking underneath. One dribble. Back outside with it now to St. Clair to DeWitt. He'll fire from 20 feet. Good. 6-4. Tigers up. As Oakvale gets it to the front court to Blank. To Woods. Fires from the top of the key. Off the iron. No good. Rebound. Front court. Pulled down by Tuhofsky. Brings it outside. Gives it to Lilly. Tigers in a 2-1-2 zone as Lilly finds the top of the key. Off the iron, no good. Miller rebounds for the Tigers. Out to St. Clair. Jeff holds it up. Waits for traffic to clear. He'll move it to the front court. St. Clair on the dribble with it. To the right, to the left side, to the Witt. Gives it back to St. Clair. They come around the horn to Eades. Eades backs his way in. Puts it back outside. We got DeWitt firing from 18 on the far side. It's off the iron. DeWitt follows. Puts it up. No good. Tipped up again. No good. Murray tipped. No good. Rebound. Pulled down by Oakvale. Out to Lilly. Lilly into the front court. Starts it down the lane. Drives. Fires. Angles on the iron. No good. DeWitt. Rebound for the Tigers. And the Tigers go to the front court. DeWitt on the dribble with it. Holds it up. Waits for traffic to clear. And they'll set it up. As DeWitt with the ball left side on the wing. Gives it to St. Clair, top of the key. Jeff will fire from 21 feet. It's off the sideline. No good. We got a whistle underneath and a foul. And it'll be on Willie Woods. A blue kill. Pushing Stephon Murray on the rebound. That's number 1 on Willie. Team foul number 1 on the Red Devils. 6-4. Tigers up with 5 minutes and 1 second to play in the first quarter. And it'll be Tiger ball baseline as James DeWitt will inbound it. He pulls the trigger to Eades in the corner. Firing from 18 feet. Good. As Eades puts in the bottom of the net. 8-4. Tigers up by 4. As Woods with the ball gets in the front court to Blank. As they move it to Selesky. Selesky on the high post looking underneath. Gives it to the left side to Tuhofsky. Back to Selesky. Still on the high post. Outside with it to Lilly. Around the horn with it to Woods. Woods drops it underneath to Tuhofsky. Gives it back outside as they work it around. Now we got Selesky firing the top of the key. It's good. We got a whistle. And the goal is good by Selesky. And the foul called on Jeff St. Clair. And that's number 1 on Jeff. Team foul number 1 on the Tigers. And that will put Mike Selesky on the free throw line for the Red Devils. He'll shoot 1. 8-6. Tigers up by 2 with 4:37 to play in the first quarter. As Selesky on the line for the Oakvale Red Devils. He fires. It's off the iron. No good. Miller rebound. Gets it out to Eades. Mike into the front court with it. On the dribble. Moves it to the left hand. Back to the right hand. Starts it to the corner. Gives it back outside to St. Clair. To DeWitt on the left side wing. Back to St. Clair on the point. Now to Eades on the right side. Fakes the shot. And starts underneath. He is fouled by Blank. Ken Blank with Oakville. That's number 2 on Blank. Team foul number 2 on the Red Devils. And it'll be Tiger ball out of bounds in the front court. As Eades will inbound the side court. He flips it into St. Clair. Yes, puts it on the floor. Starts it toward the top of the key to DeWitt on the wing left side. DeWitt backs his way in, gives it back outside to St. Clair. Now to Eades on the near side. As Eades holds it overhead, drops it to Miller on the low post. Turns, fires off the baseline, off the iron, no good. Rebound pulled down. We got a whistle and a foul. And it's on Stephon Murray of the Tigers. That's number 1 on Stephon. Team foul number 2 on the Tigers. So it'll be out of bounds to the Red Devils in the back court. 8-6. Tigers up with 4:08 to play in the first quarter. As Tuhofsky feeds it into Lilly. Lilly will bring it to the front court with a left-hand dribble. Now the right-hand dribble. To the right side with it to Willie Woods. Gives it outside to Selesky, top of the key. Firing from the free throw line. Good. Mike Selesky. 8-8. We got a tie ball game with 3:52 to play in the first quarter. As St. Clair to the front court. To the right side to Eades. Mike looking underneath. Gives it back to St. Clair, top of the key. To the left side to DeWitt. As James drives it toward the baseline. Now he'll fire out of the corner. It's off the iron. We got a whistle and a foul. And that possibly is on Mike Selesky. And it'll be number 1 on Mike. Team foul number 3 on the Red Devils. And it'll be James DeWitt on the free throw line to shoot 2. That was a shooting foul, I believe. Yes, it was. All right. As James DeWitt will shoot 2. With 3:40 to play in the first quarter, we've got a tie ball game, 8 apiece, between the Oakville Red Devils and the Princeton Tigers. As DeWitt on the line with 2 shots. He got the first one on the way. It's good. He'll have a second attempt. As Oakville sending in Jeremiah Jasper. And coming out will be Ken Blank. Now, Jeremiah's older brother, Mordecai Jasper, is now playing up at Fairmont, by the way. as DeWitt hits his second free throw. 10-8, Tigers up by 2. And the Tigers will press. As Selesky in the backcourt with it to Lilly. Trying to get it to Mike. This hit by Stefan. Picked up by Woods. They didn't get a traveling call on that. But Lilly controls them for front court for Oakville. To the left side with it to Selesky. To Blank, top of the key to Lilly. Right side of the key firing. Good. Jim Lilly. Hit it from the right side of the key. 10-10. With 3:18 to play in the first quarter. As Jeff St. Clair works it to the front court for the Tigers. Still on the dribble. To the left side to DeWitt. DeWitt holds it overhead. Drops it to Miller, low post. Works on to Hofsky. Goes to the baseline. Gives it back outside to St. Clair. Top of the key with it. To DeWitt. He'll fire from 17 feet. It's off the iron. No good rebound. Pulled down by the Red Devils. Out to Lilly. Lilly on the run to the front court. Holds it up to the left side to Woods. Firing. Good. Willie Woods took Oakville on top for the first time tonight. 12-10. With 2:47 to play in the first quarter. St. Clair brings it to the front court. To Eades on the right side. Mike looks underneath. But they've got a double post on the right side. Now they go to Murray on the wing left side. Throws it to Miller on the low post. Turns, fires, off the iron, no good. Tipped up. DeWitt got it, fake. Fires on the follow away. It's in and out, no good. Stefan got it, fake. Fires, good, and he's fouled. That bucket is good. And that foul probably called on Gasper, I believe. It is. No, it's on 41. It's on Mark Tuhofsky. That's number 1 on Tuhofsky. Team foul number 4 on the Red Devils. And this bonus situation could be very much important to either team tonight who can get into it. 12-12. Tie ball game. Stefan on the free throw line for the Tigers. He'll shoot one shot. He's got it on the way. It's good. As he put the good follow through on it. 13-12. And the Tigers will press. Lilly with the ball fouled in the backcourt by Eades. As Eades lost his footing, just fell over top of him. That's number 1 on Mike. Team foul number 3 on the Tigers. It'll be out of bounds for the Red Devils. You know, the Princeton cheerleaders don't have room to stand. They have to wrap them around the end of the court down there. There's so many people here tonight. How about them apples?
You know, I can't imagine how they get too many more people standing around in this building.
I can't either. If you put anybody else in here, you got to have a shoehorn. That's all there is. Or grease them 1 and 2.
Well, there's not an open space all the way around. There's no place you can see a place where there's an opening at all. As a matter of fact, the teams have had trouble getting in at halftime.
That's right. There's Oakville with the ball against the Tiger press. They bring it in to Selesky. He gets it to Tuhofsky, and he gives it to Lilly. Lilly into the front court with the 2 Woods on the left side. Firing. Off the iron, no good. Rebound followed by Woods. Takes it down the lane. Fires again. That's no good. Rebound tipped around. Took down by St. Clair of the Tigers. 13-12. Tigers up by 1 with 2:08 to play in the first quarter. And St. Clair takes it to the front court for Princeton. To the left side to DeWitt. James looks underneath. Gives it back outside to Jeff. To Stefan, right side. Drops it underneath to Miller. Puts it up. We got a whistle of a foul. And did they call offensive or defensive?
Offensive.
They call offensive foul on Jimmy. That's number 1 on Jim Miller. Team foul number 4 on the Tigers. And it'll be Oakville ball in the backcourt. 13-12. Tiger favor. 1:57 to play in the first quarter. As Lilly into the front court with it for Oakville. Moves it to the point position. To the left side. To Selesky. Selesky drives it to the lane. Gives it back outside to Woods. Firing beside the key. Good. Willie Woods hits it for Oakville. And the Red Devils on top. 14-13. As St. Clair will take it to the front court for Princeton. To the right side to Eades. Drives it to the baseline. Goes under. Lays it up. We got a traveling call. Oakville will come down with a chance to increase their lead. They've got a 1-point lead right now with 1.5 minutes to play in the first quarter as they get the ball to Selesky. He's way out high. To the left side, left corner to Tuhofsky. Drops it underneath to Willie Woods. Drives it into the lane. Doesn't shoot. Gives it outside to Lilly. Firing beside the key. It's no good. Rebound pulled down by DeWitt. And he is fouled. He is fouled by Woods. As Woods had him across the arm. That's number 1 on Woods. Team foul number 5. So that'll put the Tigers in the bonus. And we can see that foul from our vantage point. We had the angle on that one. And, of course, the officials here tonight are 2 very personable fellows. One of them named Coakley and one of them named Keeley. And they're both of them really joys to watch. And I get a real kick out of watching Sid Coakley especially. And they really work. They work the game right. They work hard at it.
Well, I believe Sid Coakley's quieted down a little bit the last couple of years.
James DeWitt on the free throw line.
I'm not sure whether he's quieted down or whether as the game gets a little tighter, he gets a little bit wilder.
You want you to get redder in the face as it goes
right.
on.
As the game gets tight close to the end, he'll start showing each other.
As DeWitt, second one comes off the iron, no good. Tie ball game. Oakville rebounds. Lilly with the ball. He gets it to the front court. With a minute 8 to play in the first quarter. Lilly directing traffic underneath. Moves it to the near side to Selesky. Selesky looks at the clock. Holds it overhead. Gets it to Willie Woods. Willie Woods out on the point position right now. And he waits for Lilly to come around. Leaves the ball for Kim Lilly. As Lilly dribbling outside, they may be playing for the last shot of the quarter. 2-3 zone by the Tigers. 14-14 tie ball game. As Jasper and DeWitt pushing each other underneath quite ominously as they move into kip position. As Woods on the far side to Husky with the ball out front to Lilly. As Lilly on the dribble with it now. As they move Jasper to the other side, Stefan will push on him a while over there. As Lilly with the ball still out front with 24 seconds on the clock, still looking underneath. 20 seconds. They'll start their play somewhere around the 9-second mark. As they move it to the left side to Selesky. To Lilly out front. And he gives it to Husky. Husky takes it around the horn to Woods. Now they go to Selesky on the low post side over the baseline. It was caught by Stefan. And they said it was knocked out of bounds, but it goes to Oakvale. So with 1 second on the clock, got some time right off after that whistle. That's all right, though.
We'll take it.
With 1 second on the clock, Oakvale ball. It's to Husky. Flips it into Jasper. Fires. It's good. They call it good. And Ralph Ball comes over the post there. So at the end of the first quarter to play, Oakvale 16, Princeton 14.
Who's running that clock?
Okay, 16-14 in the first quarter, and Ralph Ball's questioning whether that last shot should be good. He only had 1 second. Now the ball came in, and I saw the man standing on the floor with it. He put the shot up. It was good. So that put the Red Devils up 16-14 at the end of the first quarter. And we'll see what happens in the second quarter. Bob, the shooting percentage should be pretty good on that. And Bob, I guess the Tigers, Miller's doing the big damage, aren't they?
Well, Miller only has 2 points in the first quarter. Eades has 4. DeWitt has 5. For Oak Hill, Willie Woods has 6. Ken Lilly 4. And Mike Selesky 5. And the rebounding then. Rebounding, Princeton's doing a super job against Oak Hill on the board. They're out rebounding Oak Hill 13-6. Shooting percentage is not so good for Princeton. They're only 5 for 14 thus far in the game.
Yeah,
Oak Hill is shooting a little over the 50% mark at 8 for 14.
Okay, we're ready to go for the second quarter. Tigers out there with Miller, Murray, DeWitt, Eades, and St. Clair. And Oak Hill comes back. We'll have Ken Blankson to jump against Jimmy. Miller's in. Blank's in. Waiting on the official. The official moves in. Tip control by the Tigers as DeWitt pulls it down. Gives it to Stefan. Stefan gives it to Eades. Eades will start the offense. Gives it to St. Clair. St. Clair to Eades on the right side wing position. Looking, dropping this to Miller on the low baseline. Turns around. Banks it in. Miller on the bank shot. Ties it up. 16 all. As Blank gets it to the front court on the far side for the Red Devils. Gives it outside to Lilly. Lilly to the left side to Selesky. Back to Blank. To Lilly. He'll take it to the right side of the lane. Goes to the baseline. Trying to drop it loose underneath. And he takes the ball out of bounds. It'll be Tiger ball. And checking in the ball game will be Jasper coming back in for Oak Hill.
Jasper, number 45.
As the Tigers come to the offense. Tie ball game now with 7.5 minutes to play in the first half. The St. Clair will take it down the center of the court. To the right side to Eades on the wing. Looking underneath. Outside with it to Jeff. To Stefan on the far side. We got a whistle and a foul underneath. Somebody pushing on Miller in there as Miller trying to get position. That should be on to Husky. And it is on to Husky, and that's number 2 on him. And that's team foul number 6. So that'll put Miller on the line to shoot a 1-on-1. Jimmy standing on the line. You know, he's too big to be called Jimmy. I guess we ought to call him Jim. He'd rather get a hold of it. As Jim is on the line now, he'll shoot a 1-on-1. Jim's ready. He fires. It's good. He'll have a second one. 17-16 as the Tigers regain the lead. There's 7:19 to play in the first half. And Miller on the line for the Tigers. Winner here goes to the state tournament at Morgantown. As Miller puts his second shot up. It's in and out, no good. Rebound to the Husky of Oak Hill. He gets it over to Jasper and to Lilly. Lilly will move it to the front court, skips his way up. Now he moves it to the point position to the left side to Blank. They come around the horn into the corner with it to Selesky. Holds it overhead, gives it back outside to Lilly. As Lilly going from left to right across the court, and they want offense number 4, double high post. Moves it to the left side wing position to Selesky. Now to Woods in the corner, has the shot blocked by DeWitt. Miller pulls it out of the air, gives it to St. Clair. And St. Clair will move it to the front court for Princeton. To Eades on the right side. Starts it toward the baseline. Holds it up. Gives it outside to DeWitt. Drops it to Miller. Goes across the lane. Fires. Good. as Miller. 19-16. Tigers up by 3. As Willie will move it to St. Clair, top of the key. Firing from 20 feet. Good. 21-18. As Jasper with the ball in the front court, gives it to Woods. Woods starts to work on St. Clair. Gives it to Husky in the corner. Drives it around to the baseline. Puts the shot up. No good. Rebound pulled down by Selesky. Comes off his foot. We got 3 seconds on Woods. Woods had the ball. We have a 3-second violation on no kill. 21-18. Tigers up by 3. They have the ball. As DeWitt inbounds it to St. Clair. And Jeff takes it to the front court. To the right side to Eades. Mike looks underneath. Fakes the shot. Drops it to DeWitt on the low post. Fires. Good. Boy, out of the dandy. As Eades looking across court. Drops it behind his back or under the leg to DeWitt. He put it in the bucket. 23-18. And the Red Devils want a timeout. So with 5:34 left to play in the first half. Princeton 23. Oakvale 18. We'll be back right after this. And we're talking about what's brought the Tigers alive, and I think, Ann, we agree, shot selection.
Right, their shot selection has been excellent. They're 4 for 4 thus far in the quarter. The only shot that they've taken beyond about 5 feet from that basket is one shot by Jeff St. Clair from the top of the key, which is his spot. And he feels very confident from there. Evidently, Coach Ball feels very confident in him from there because he makes him shoot there all the time. So their shot selection has been excellent, and that has definitely boosted their shooting percentage and has boosted their... They are really controlling the pace right now, I think.
Well, is it true that person goes to the state tournament, Bob Graham has to shave his beard?
That's the rumor I've heard.
Well, Bob Graham's going to shave that beard around April 1st.
It's pretty soon anyway. All right, as Oakvale comes back to the offense. Lilly with the ball. Top of the key. To the left side. To Selesky. Selesky holds it up. Gives it underneath to Jasper. Starts the baseline. Gives it back outside to Selesky. Now to Woods, top of the key with it. Back to Selesky on the wing left side. Looking underneath for Tuholsky. To Lilly. He'll fire from the side of the key. It's good. Kim Lilly at the 17-footer. Pounds it in. 23-20. 5:10 to play in the first half. Tigers on top. As St. Clair with it to the front court. To DeWitt. DeWitt with the ball at the wing. Gives it back outside to St. Clair. As Jeff on the dribble with it. Directing traffic now. He wants Miller and Murray on the high post. And that's what he's got. Eades on the wing right side. As Eades with the ball, starts it toward the lane, turns around, gives it to DeWitt in the corner. He'll fire off the baseline, no good. Rebound, comes out there, knocked out. We got a foul underneath on Miller. That's number 2 on Jim. Team foul number 5 on the Tigers, and that puts the Red Devils on the bonus. Was that a pass or a shot?
It was a shot. I marked it in as a shot. I believe
Okay. I didn't. When it came down, I saw Miller's position. I wasn't sure. And we'll have Mike Selesky on the free throw line for the Red Devils, and he'll shoot a 1-on-1. 23-20, 4:46 to play in the first half, and Selesky fires. It's good. He'll have a second one.
Selesky's averaging 15 points per game and leading Oakville in scoring this year.
Selesky fires again. It's good. 23-22. Tigers up by 1 as DeWitt dribbles it a few times, gives it to St. Clair and Jeff. Moves it to the front court for the Tigers. To the right side to Eades. Eades holds it overhead, dribbles it one time, gives it back outside to St. Clair. As they go to Miller on the wing, left side, now to DeWitt on the near side. With 4:28 on the clock, DeWitt will fire from 18 feet. It's off down, no good. Rebound, cross court, tipped around, pulled out by Oakvale. Selesky high to pull it down. Kicks it outside to Woods. Woods to the front court, gives it to Lilly. Lilly, top of the key with it right now. Starts the offense moving, gives it back to Woods on the far side. In the corner to Tuholsky, firing, good. And Oakville regains the lead. They've run 6 straight points on the Tigers. 24-23, Tigers trail with 4 minutes to play in the first half. As Eades with the ball right side, firing from 20 feet, good. 25-24, Tigers back on top as Lilly will move it to the front court for Oakville. On the dribble with it. Moves it to the left side to Selesky. Looks underneath Eades, heads him off, gives it back outside the wood. Now back to Selesky. He'll fire from 17 feet. It's off the iron, no good. Tipped up by Tuholsky, pulled down by Murray. And we got a foul on Lilly. As Murray trying to get the foul, pass foul by Lilly. That's number 1 on Lilly. Team foul number 7 on the Red Devils. And that will put Stefan on the free throw line for the Tigers. He'll shoot a 1-on-1. With 3:38 left to play in the ball game. We know we've played 8 and 5. About 13 minutes. We haven't settled the thing, have we?
We sure haven't. I don't think I've seen a game quite this intense this season.
Those teams are really uptight. They're really wanting it. And the Tigers want a timeout. So with 3:38 left to play in the first half, We got Princeton 25, Oakvale 24. We'll be back right after this.
Has Martin ever coached anyone?
I don't know. Jack Martin ever coached?
Probably, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, probably.
I think he did at Athens, didn't he?
He went to high school at Athens. I don't know if he coached there or not. He played at Athens, though, Craig. You mentioned that.
Yeah, he played at Athens, and he may have coached there.
What would you get for air conditioning?
Well, if they win this one, the next place that they'll play has air conditioning.
Yeah, if they get up to the Coliseum, you're going up for the state tournament, Bob.
Well, all right now debating. We have reservations in Clarksburg, and if Princeton wins, we'll definitely go. If Princeton doesn't win, we'll debate a while, and then we'll go.
Depends on who's up there, huh? Well, Logan's not going to be there.
No, and Williamson has a tough road to hoe tonight against Huntington.
Huntington, yeah, in that field house.
And Greenbrier East has a tough road to hoe tonight against Buchanan Upshur.
At Buchanan. At West End, where they're playing at West Indian West End. And,
but if Greenbrier East does win, the first game of the state tournament could be Princeton against Greenbrier East.
No, the pairings are set up different. We go to the North East. Region 5 goes against one of the top regions up north.
What was that?
As Murray fires the first free throw, it's no good. Rebound pulled down by Tuhofsky. Tuhofsky on the dribble with it, gives it to Lilly. 25-24, Tigers on top. There's Oakville with the ball as Lilly brings it to the front court. Still on the dribble. Gives it to Selesky. Selesky goes into the lane with it, fires. No good. Rebound put back up by Selesky. It's good. As Mike Selesky gives Oakville a lead, 26-25, with 3:17 left to play. And it'll be St. Clair into the front court. To the left side to Eades. Eades on the wing. On the dribble with it now, directing traffic. They want the Witt to move to the other side. As they give the ball back out to St. Clair, they give it back to Eades. Now they'll start the offense to the Witt, deep in the corner. As James looks, he'll fire from 20 feet. Good. Boy, he just pounded that one in. 27-26. Tigers up by one. As they get it to the front court for Oakville, it is Jasper with the ball. Gives it to Woods, to Lilly. Lilly dribbling out front against the 2-3 zone by the Tigers. To Selesky, deep in the corner, looking underneath. Gives it back outside to Lilly. As Lilly on the dribble with it. Goes into the lane. So gives it back outside to Woods. Woods goes to the right side, fires. It's off the iron, no good. Miller skies to pull it down. Out to the Witt. And the Tigers on the offense. Gives it outside to St. Clair. To the left side to Eades. In the corner with it to the Witt. And he throws it to St. Clair. Almost got loose there. Jeff finally got control of it. Back to Eades. Drives the corner to the baseline. Drops it to Miller in the lane. We got a whistle and a charging foul on Eades. I believe that's the pass. It is. That's number 2 on Mike. And it'll be a shooting foul. So what I was saying is the way they set up the tournament pairings, they don't want the same technique going each other immediately. You'll have a northern region against the southern region.
No. If Princeton would go, they would play Greenbrier East at 9:15 on Thursday night.
Is that right?
That's right. Or if they would play the winner of Greenbrier East, Buchanan Upshur.
Okay.
They rotate it around so that you play a different region every year. If you
I
go.
see. So we could have 2 southern teams meeting up there. All right. It'll be Tuhofsky on the line for the Red Devils. He fires. It's no good. Rebound to Miller of the Tigers. Hands it to St. Clair. And Jeff will take it to the front court. 27-26. To Eades on the left side wing position. As Eades to DeWitt. Firing deep out of the corner. It's in and out. No good. Boy, he was really in the corner. Almost out of bounds he fired that one. It didn't go. 27-26. Tigers up as Woods to the ball in the front court. On the baseline. Gives it outside to Selesky. Selesky dribbling with it. Gives it to Lilly. Lilly, top of the key. Back to Selesky in the corner. Looking underneath. Gives it back outside to Lilly. Lilly on the dribble with it. As Kim holds it up. Gives it to Selesky. Selesky wing left side. They got Woods coming in the quickly to Tuhofsky. Tuhofsky fires. No good. Rebound pulled off by Miller. As the Eades into the front court with it on the dribble. Goes through traffic. Now moves it outside. Gives it to St. Clair. As Jeff looks at the clock. We got 1:18 in the first half. They may play it down for one shot. That's what they're going to do. As Eades and St. Clair with the ball out front for the Tigers. As Lilly comes out to play a little bit of token defense so they don't get cautioned by the official. As DeWitt with the ball right now in the wing position right side, standing way out at the hash mark. Gives it outside to Jeff St. Clair. He's way out front. And now to Eades cross court as Mike sending out in the corner. Out by the 10-second line to St. Clair. St. Clair on the near side by the 10-second line. As St. Clair on the dribble with it, still looking. Underneath, now they give it back to Eades as the clock ticks down to 42 seconds. And now the official warns Oakville to come out. And they do. So St. Clair with the ball. Eades. And Oakville goes back. DeWitt. DeWitt starts the ball down the right side. Now to Eades. Eades way out front. And Oakville not coming back. And now the official starts to count. And now the Red Devils do come out. St. Clair with the ball with 19 seconds on the clock. To DeWitt. DeWitt inside the hash mark right side. Gives it back outside to Eades with 13 seconds on the clock. Now to St. Clair with 11 seconds. Still starts to play. As DeWitt looks at the clock. Now he'll fire from 20 feet. Off the iron, no good. Rebound pulled out by Woods of Oakville. To the front court, and we got a foul on Eades, I think. If it's on Eades, I think it is. It is on Eades. That's number 3 on Mike. 27-26. Tigers up by 1. 2 seconds in the first half. And we'll get Hans Barker in the ball game, but Eades will get a chance to stay away from foul trouble for the next 2 seconds. And that'll put Willie Woods on the free throw line to shoot a 1-and-1, and he could give Oakville the lead at halftime. Oakville had a 2-point lead. Princeton had a 2-point. Has a free throw, no good. Put up low, and it's good. And putting it back up, was that Jasper put it up? Jasper put it back up and in for Oakville. And so they score at the end of the first half of play. Oakville, 28. Princeton, 27. We'll be back with halftime right after this. At the Brush Fork Armory at halftime, the Princeton Tigers, 27. The Oakville Red Devils, 28. In a real fine ball game with capacity crowd, and it is warm in here tonight. The Tigers got 14 points in the first quarter. Oakville got 16, so the Tigers trailing by 2 at the end of the first quarter. Princeton had a 5-point lead midway through the second quarter, and saw it dissipate as Oakville come back to score 6 straight points. And Princeton got 13 points in the second quarter to go with their 14 to give them a halftime total of 27. Oakville, meanwhile, got 12 points. Added to their first quarter 16, gave him a halftime total of 28. Are we ready with stats?
Yes, we are.
All right.
In terms of individual statistics in the first half for Oakville, Kim Lilly had 3 field goals for 6 points. Willie Woods, who's an excellent outside shot, had 4 field goals for 8 points. Mark Tuhusky was 0 for 1 at the foul line for no points. Mike Gillespie, who's the leading scorer in the ballgame, had 4 field goals, 2 of 3 at the foul line, 10 points. Jeremiah Jasper had 2 field goals for 4 points, giving Oakville totals of 13 field goals, 2 of 4 at the foul line, and 28 points. For Princeton, Jimmy Miller had 3 field goals. He was 1 of 2 at the foul line, 7 points. Mike Eades, who has 3 fouls. He and Miller has 2. Mike Eades has 3, are the only 2 Princeton players in foul trouble. He had 3 field goals for 6 points. Jeff St. Clair had 1 field goal for 2 points. Stephen Murray had 1 field goal. He was 1 of 2 at the foul line and 3 points on the half. James DeWitt, who had an excellent first half basketball, had 3 field goals. He was 3 of 4 at the foul line and a total of 9 points. In terms of totals, Princeton 11 field goals, 5 of 8 at the foul line, and Princeton trails at halftime 28-27. And I think the rebounding statistics will be very interesting along with the shooting percentages.
Right. Princeton is shooting right now 11 for 25 for, I haven't figured up that percentage. Oakville shooting 11 for 24 for 46%. Princeton is out rebounding Oakville 19 as compared to Oakville pulling down 14 rebounds, both teams having 2 turnovers. That's Princeton shooting with 44%. So both teams shooting much the same percentage. Princeton out rebounding Oakville just a little bit, and then both teams having 2 turnovers.
We will be right back at Brush Fork Armory following these messages with a special guest.
Back to Brush Fork National Guard Armory. The Princeton Tigers in the Region 5 championship against the Oakville Red Devils. And the Tigers find themselves on the short end of a 28-27 score. And we've got our halftime guest slipping in here. Actually, he's we hadn't planned on this. We don't mean to throw things on you there. We got Coach Carmen Stauffer from Oakvale High School stepping in. And we want to welcome you aboard, Coach Stauffer.
Thanks, Craig. Glad to be here. It's a good ball game.
It is. It's a big crowd. That's one of the things we wanted to talk about a little bit. I don't believe I've ever seen this many people in the Brush Fork Armory.
I got here a little bit late, and I thought sure it'd be fun to see, but I'm sitting up here in the top in the aisle, and all the aisles are crowded, so it's full house.
Okay, Coach, we want to talk a little bit about the tournament coming up. Of course, everybody's getting ready to move on to Morgantown. Peterstown is getting there for the first time in 3 years that they've had close calls every year. And, of course, looks like Class A basketball which you're associated with, is going to be pretty well balanced around the county and around the area next year.
Well, Craig, I don't know. Next year, of course, Athens, I think, is going to be strong once again, and Peterstown's going to be strong. Matoka is going to be really strong right here in Mercer County because they played a lot of sophomores this year. And I think as far as Oakvale goes, we're going to be a little bit down next year.
Well, somebody always told me that you can always count on a good season from Carmen Stauffer regardless of material.
Oh, no. You've got to have a little bit of talent out there. I don't care how good of a coach you are. You still got to have some kids that can play.
Well, okay, how about the NCAA? You know, the last ACC team got knocked out today. That was Duke and upset by Purdue. Who's your favorite left end?
I've kind of been pulling for LSU to come through and win. It's been a while since they've been there, and I'm pulling for them this year.
Kentucky got knocked out at their home court yesterday. And, of course, getting back to area basketball once again, the Tigers are having a chance to go to defend their state championship. And, of course, you got Jennings Boyd in AA. And it looks like we got a first-year coach at Peterstown going once again. What's the chances of having a repeat state championship out of the triple and AA?
Well, I don't know about the AAA teams in the other parts of the state, but I think Princeton is playing a real good ball game tonight. Oakvale is doing a good job on Jimmy inside, and the Eades boy and Jeff St. Clair and D. Witt are going to have to come through and hit some from the outside shots because Jimmy's really bottled up in there. They're doing a tremendous job on him. And two, I think that Princeton's going to have to tighten their defense up a little bit because they're a little bit too far out and letting them get the ball inside on them.
Coach Stauffer, we want to wish you the best of luck in the upcoming season, and we were proud of the Oakvale Owls as they gave the Peterstown Pirates a run for their money at Centennial Hall in the first round of the playoffs, actually the second round for the Owls. Right. They beat Union earlier. And we want to wish you the best of luck, and thank you very much for stopping by.
Okay, thanks, Craig.
Thank you very much. We'll be back with more of tonight's halftime show right after this.
Okay, Bob, we run over a little bit there. By the way, I'm Glenn Bay, back at Brushfork Armory. I've had Craig on the halftime with Carmen Stauffer, the coach down at Oakvale, who just lost out in the regionals last week to Peterstown. Bob Grant alongside, had met us with us tonight. Bob, you were talking about this is going to be an overtime night. You know, we have not had an overtime game this year.
That's true. This game is just as close as you get. Both teams are facing the lead. And I don't believe I've seen a exciting game. Don't have to worry. I think most of the Princeton here, a good part of Oakvale, and the crowd is just tremendous. So probably just about everybody in Princeton and Oakvale are here tonight. This is a real good ball game. Low moments compared to some statistics. Very interesting. Very looking marks he gave us tonight. That shows that Ralph Ball's tournament record, beginning with the year 1960-61, he has won 15 games and lost 18. Of course, in a tournament, you're always going to lose or you're going to win the whole thing.
If you go into the tournament, you're probably going to get a loss unless you come out champion.
That's right. And so 15-18 is certainly a respectable tournament record. He's lost 2 games by 1 point, 7 games by 2 points, 1 game by 3 points, and 1 game by 4 points. And we certainly appreciate Bowman's efforts as getting these statistics and figures for us every year. And I think Bo is the statistician of Mercer County.
Well, I think he probably has more information and knowledge of historical sporting events than anybody around. And by the way, the reason why we're having trouble getting your mics and so forth loud enough, you're on pod number 2, and is on pod number 3.
What?
You're on pod number 3. When I turn up number 2, it don't do a thing for your mic.
Okay.
I just found that out.
Have I been talking to myself this whole game?
No, we've been able to hear you because many times we turn Bob's mic up so loud he can hear you off the side. No, as long as we get that needle moving, we got you on. But that was the problem. We had the pods mixed up. We're ready for basketball, second half. Halftime score, 28-27. Tigers trailing by 1.
It's great to leave them free.
John Hughes came out with John Stauffer, didn't he?
Great to leave them free.
Yeah. George stepped in to say we'd had a halftime interview, but Jack Martin was scheduled for it, and he went outside somewhere. We're ready to play as we've got Blanks in to jump against Miller. Tip control by the Red Devils as Lilly feeds it down to Selesky. Goes under, fires, no good. Rebound, pulled down by DeWitt. Puts it to Murray as he hits the floor, gives it to Eades as the Tigers opening up. And the Red Devils opening up furiously here. As St. Clair now brings it to the front court for the Tigers. To Eades, left side. To DeWitt, deep in the corner, left side. DeWitt gives it back to Eades. He's on the wing, firing good as Eades from 18 feet nails it in. Tigers take a lead now, 29-28 as they regain it by 1 point. As Tuhofsky takes the pass up floor, puts it up and in for the Red Devils. Tuhofsky hits it for the Red Devils. 30-29, Tigers trailing by 1. As Eades with the ball, left side, quarter court, looking inside, drops it to the win in the corner. Still with the ball, gives it back outside to Eades. He's on the wing. Holds it overhead, looking for Miller on the low post. Now they get it to Miller. Miller firing off the baseline. Good. Jimmy Miller. Jim Miller puts the Tigers back on top, 31-30. Tigers press. Selesky gets it to the front court for the Red Devils. He'll fire from 20 feet. It's off the flange. No good. Rebound out to St. Clair. Jeff on the run with it to the front court to Miller. Left side. Moves the ball. Picked up by Lilly. A Oakvale. He got it out to Woods. Goes down. Lays it up. No good. Rebound. Pulled off by the Whip. As the Whip brings it to the front court to St. Clair, and Jeff will move it to the front court. As Jeff St. Clair, the Eades on the right side. Holds it overhead, drops it to Miller on the low post, fires it out, no good. Rebound, pulled down by Blank of Oakvale. As Kim Blank gets it to Lilly, into the front court, fires, good. As Oakvale goes back on top, 32-31. 32-31, Tigers trail as St. Clair brings it to the front court for the Tigers. To the left side, to Eades, starts it toward the lane, holds it up, in the corner to the Witt, firing out of the corner, good, as the Tigers go back on top, 33-32. As Lilly will move it to the front court for Oakville, on the move with it. And he tripped and hits the floor. We got a foul on one of the Tigers. And it'll be called on Stephon Murray. That's number 2 on Stephon. Team foul number 1 on the Tigers second half. 33-32. Tigers are on top right now by 1. It'll be Oakville ball out of bounds on the far side. As Lilly inbounds it to Tuhofsky, he gives it right back to Lilly. Tigers in a 1-3-1 zone. As Selesky with the ball deep in the corner. As Schrader in the ball game for the Tigers right now, they go to Woods, firing from outside, no good. Woods rebounds, goes underneath, puts it up again. Willie Woods for the Red Devils. 34-33, Oakville on top. As Jeff St. Clair will bring it to the front court for Princeton. Trying to get it to Miller, tips it to Eades. As the ball knocked loose, Eades firing out of the corner, off the iron, no good. Rebound, pulled down by Selesky. Out to Lilly, we've got a foul on Eades. That's number 4 on Mike. Team foul number 2 on the Tigers. And we'll get John Hansberger in the ball game for the Tigers. As Mike Eades will sit down with that 4th personal foul. Court to Hockey. Inbound it to Kim Lilly. Lilly will take it to the front court. Gets it deep in the corner to Woods. To Selesky. Firing out of the lane. Good. As Selesky puts the Red Devils up by 3 with 5:08 to play in the third quarter. Jeff St. Clair to the front court. To Hansberger. On the wing left side. To the Witt. Drops trying to get to Miller. Has been intercepted by Selesky. As the Oakville Red Devils ball hockey. Come up with a turnover. As Kim Lilly looks at the coach, gets some instruction, goes down floor, gets it to Selesky in the corner, gives it back to Lilly, firing from way outside, good. Lilly hits it from 23 feet as the Tigers need a timeout. 38-33, Tigers 5 points down. St. Clair to the front court, to the left side to Hansberger. As John puts it on the floor one time, gets it to the Witt in the corner. James gives it back outside to Hansberger. Drops it back to the Witt in the corner. He'll fire from 20 feet. It's off the iron, no good. Rebound to Schrader. Drives it to the baseline. Drops it to Miller. Puts it up and in. Miller puts the Tigers on the board. 38-35. 3-point disadvantage for the Tigers. As Woods in the front court with it for the Red Devils. To Lilly. Lilly holds it overhead. Looks underneath. Out in the corner with it to Selesky. Drops it underneath to Blanks. Outside the Woods. Firing from 16 feet off the iron. No good. Rebound to Selesky. Puts it up. Good. Selesky rebounds it in for the Red Devils. 40-35. Tigers trail by 5. As St. Clair gets it to Hansberger. To the Witt in the corner. Back to Hansberger. Goes toward the key with it. Drops it to Miller in the lane. Goes in. Lays it up and in. Jim Miller puts it on the glass and gets the Tigers on the board. 40-37. That's Willie to the front court with it for Oakville. To the right side. To Willie Woods. Gets it across court to Selesky. Goes underneath. Schrader fouled him. And that's number 1 on Schrader on Russell. Number 3 on the Tigers. And the Tigers wanted a walking call on that, didn't get it. The Tigers want a timeout. They're going to settle it down. With 3:30 left to play in the third quarter. Oakville 40, Princeton 37. We'll be back right after this.
Oakville is bound to be hitting about most of the spots.
Well, no, they...
Tigers trailing by 3 with 3:30 to play in the third quarter. As these teams come out with a vengeance here in the second half. What are they shooting?
They're not shooting such an outstanding percentage for the entire quarter. This this third quarter. But they have made 5 of the last 7 shots that they put up as compared to Princeton hitting 3 out of the last 7 that they have put up. So
5 out of 7 from the field. Back where I used to play ball, pretty fair country shooting.
Right, that's pretty good percentage.
That's what you call your hot streak, isn't it?
Yeah. That's what you call your very hot streak.
And really what happened is that they got the momentum away from the Tigers right there, and the Tigers were suffering. So now it's Oakvale ball out of bounds. As Stauffer gets it into Lilly. Lilly directing traffic. They want offense number 2. Tigers into a 2-3 zone. They bring it to Woods on the right side wing. Gives it to Selesky, high post. To Lilly on the wing, left side. Back to Selesky, way out high. Back to Lilly. Drives the baseline. Doesn't get a shot. Gives it to Woods, firing from way outside. No good. Rebound. Comes out to Schrader. As Schrader gets it to St. Clair, and Jeff will move it to the front court for the Tigers. To Hansbarger on the wing, left side. To Miller. Miller runs the baseline, fires, good. We got a whistle and a foul underneath, and that foul is called on Ken Blank, heading underneath Jimmy Miller. That's number 3 on Blank. Team foul number 1 on the red. Only 1 on them in the third quarter. Foul. Undercutting. Is there a 2-shot foul?
That's one of those.
That was a lucky break for Princeton. So Husky across his back. Reaching all the way across the shoulder, wasn't he?
I don't know. It looked to me like Jimmy might have been crashing for the ball just a little.
Well, what's that got to do with it?
It does, but the other man's already there.
Okay, it'll be Miller and Husky to jump.
I was afraid they were going to call Jimmy for grabbing him on the arm as he came down on that rebound.
And Miller tips it. Wood picks it up. We got a whistle and a foul underneath on Schrader. As Wood was going to lay it up, Schrader took it away. His number 2 on Schrader. Team foul number 4 on the Tigers. And really, that was a sure 2-point as Russell hadn't got to it.
Now, they called that on James DeWitt.
But they called him DeWitt. They called him the wrong guy, but I guess he'll get charged with it.
It's James DeWitt's
That's his first foul, okay. As Wood fires, it's good. He'll have a second one. 41-39. As the Red Devils move out to a 2-point lead. As Wood fires again. It's off the iron, no good. Rebound to DeWitt. James flips it to Jeff St. Clair. And St. Clair will move it to the front court for the Tigers. Moves it toward the top of the key. To the left side to Hansbarger on the wing. Looks at the bucket. Holds it up. Gives it to DeWitt deep in the corner. James looking underneath. Gives it back outside to Hansbarger. Back to DeWitt. Now he'll fire out of the corner. Off the back iron, no good. Rebound tipped out by Schrader. Picked up by St. Clair. As Jeff controls the way out front for the Tigers. To the left side to Hansbarger on the wing. John looks underneath. Still looking. Now he gives it to DeWitt. Now to Miller on the baseline. Works. Fires, no good. Tipped up by Schrader, no good. Rebound. And somebody fouls Schrader, I believe. Somebody over his back. And the foul called on Willie Woods. That's number 2 on Willie. And it's team foul number 2 on the Red Devils to be Tiger ball on the baseline. And the Tigers, the Red Devils want a timeout. So it's 2:01 to play in the third quarter. Oakvale 41, Princeton 39. We'll be back right after this.
Russell Schrader does a super job for his size. He really does.
How much better Schrader's looking this season than you?
Oh, yeah, that's what we were just talking about. He's doing a super job in there for his size.
Husky.
Yeah.
He's not afraid to bump.
He's got a little more bulk than the average kid.
Yeah, but don't hurt you as much. You've got a little more padding on the elbows. Think about Stefan catch inside the head. Yeah, it is.
Well, okay.
He's checking the phone line, so we don't get any signal on that. .201 left to play in the third quarter. The Tigers on top. Tigers on bottom by 2 points, 41-39. And they'll have the ball out of bounds under their own bucket. When we come back, and we have Carmen Schrader really hustling and fighting for that rebound position area and possibly save the Tigers from having to suffer a fast break attack by Oakvale right there because Miller was on the floor.
Right. Russell is doing a super job, especially for his size. He jumps much better than he looks like he would be able to jump and get good position. And he's a smart ball player. It'll
be Tiger ball as DeWitt will inbound it. As DeWitt pulls the trigger in the corner to Hansbarger. Out front with it to St. Clair. Jeff will back it outside. Now he comes to Hansbarger on the left side. To DeWitt in the corner. Back to Hansbarger. to St. Clair, top of the key. To Schrader on the far side. They go in the corner to DeWitt, firing out of the corner. It's off the iron, no good. And Miller's on the floor again. Tip out to Lilly of Oakvale. Goes down. He'll fire. Good. And Lilly hits it for the Red Devils. 43-39. As Miller's been decked out of that basket the last 2 times down. 43-39. Tigers trail by 4. As St. Clair will bring it to the front court. To the left side to Hansbarger. As John looks at the bucket, gives it back to St. Clair, top of the key. To Schrader on the wing right side. To DeWitt, deep in the corner with it. Drops it to Miller. On the baseline, they double team him. Miller puts it up and in anyway, and he is fouled. So they call foul on Jim. Bucket is good. And the foul is on Jim. That's number 3 on Jim. Team foul number 5 on the Tigers.
Well, that was not the best call I've ever seen.
They've been undercutting him all night.
Yes, they have.
Get away with it.
Well, that was the 3rd consecutive time Jimmy Miller went to the floor underneath the basket.
Every time he jumped, somebody's going under his leg.
That was a terrible call. I'd really like to see a replay on that one.
And that will put Mike Selesky now. That's the wrong down the foul line. So Hofsky should be there. But Selesky will be on the free throw line for the Red Devils. He'll shoot a 1-and-1. He fires. It is good. He'll have a second one. 44-41. Red Devils up by 3 over the Tigers. 1:22 to play in the 3rd quarter. As Selesky ready to fire one more. He fires. It's good. 45-41. And the Tigers come to the offense with Jeff St. Clair into the front court. To Hansbarger, left side. Looks at the bucket. Gives it to St. Clair, top of the key. Jeff to Schrader. Schrader looking underneath. Gives it back outside to St. Clair. Fakes the shot. Goes to the lane. He'll fire. It's on the iron. No good. Rebound. Pulled down by Selesky. Out to Lilly. Lilly on the run with it. As they head him off. Holds it up. Gets help from Sahofsky. He gives it right back to Lilly, and they'll start the offense. They'll play for one shot. They look at the clock. There's 52 seconds on the clock. As they spread it out. Oakvale 45, Princeton 41. Princeton will have to go out and play the defense. Tigers in a 1-3-1 zone right now, but they'll have to match up. As Hansbarger moves out, they're in a 2-1-2 zone. It's St. Clair and Hansbarger out front. And they're looking around. They're picking up their men. As St. Clair moves out to take Lilly. 27 seconds on the clock. Lilly on the dribble with it. The Woods on the right side. The Woods playing a defense on him. Gets it to Selesky. Selesky working on Schrader. Back to Lilly. Lilly on the wing, right side with 16 seconds on the clock. Goes across top of the key from right to left. Now on the dribble with it with 10 seconds on the clock. Starts it down the right side. Trying to get inside. St. Clair staying with him. He fires. It's off the iron. No good. Miller rebounds. Looks at the clock. Comes to midcourt. Fires from midcourt, and it is. He got the glass. He got the rim. It wouldn't go down. So at the end of the 3rd quarter of play, it is Oakvale 45, Princeton 41. We'll be back right after this.
Well, I have to say, last year, Jim Lilly let us have, Charlie and I went to the state tournament stage in Jim Lilly's room.
Okay. You want to do that again this year?
No, I don't think Jim's gotten rid of his 5 rooms at the university in Morgantown. I suspect he's holding on to those at least until after tonight.
45-41 at the end of the 3 quarters of play. The Tigers are trailing by 4. As Oakvale comes back with Sahofsky, Woods, Blank, Selesky, and Lilly, their starting lineup. The Tigers going with 2 of their starters on the bench in that 3rd quarter to see if they come back with them now.
Might be interesting to note, Glenn, both teams are shooting 7 for 14 thus far this half. Identical shooting percentages. The real difference is at the free throw line.
As the Tigers come out with Miller, Murray, DeWitt, Eades, and St. Clair, so we got the starting lineup again. Boy, the crowd comes alive. It'll be Miller to jump against Blank. Miller's in, Blank's is in. And the official, Stauffer, tips the goal by the Tigers, and we got a whistle and a foul on somebody. And they called Miller for jumping across the line.
I think they called Mike Eades for stepping on the line.
No, he took over the line. So Miller jumped across it, didn't he? So they turn it over to Oakvale. Oakvale goes to the offense. Lilly with the ball. Moves it to the left side. Down the top of the key on the dribble. Tigers a 2-3 zone. No, they're playing man-to-man. As Woods with the ball. Goes across the lane. Fires. It's off the iron. No good. Rebound to the Witt. He's fouled by Woods. As Willie Woods fouls him. That's number 3 on Willie. Team foul. Number 2 on the Red Devils. Well, we're a long way from the bonus, aren't we? So Eades will inbound it for the Tigers in backcourt.
Watch here, team foul number 3 on the Red Devils.
Number 3, okay. Eades inbounds it to St. Clair. Jeff takes it to the front court. Top the key with it. Looks underneath. Gives it to Eades on the near side. Mike looking underneath. Gives it back outside to St. Clair. They go to Steph. To the Witt on the wing. They go to Miller on the low post. Fires. Good. Miller gets the Tigers within 2. 45-43. The Tigers trailing by 2. There's Lilly to the front court with it for Oak Hill. To the right side. To Woods. To Lilly. Lilly out on the wing. Right side holds it overhead. Tigers a man-to-man defense. They've matched up with him. St. Clair on Lilly. To Woods on top of the key. To Zaleski on the far side. They've got Eades on him. Eades with 4 fouls also. As Lilly with the ball as the Red Devils eating the clock right now, sitting their offense. As they go to Zaleski on the low post. Fires over Miller. That's off the iron. Goes to the rebound. Fought for. Goes to the floor. Put up by Woods. Close on the Witt. Taken out by Eades. As the Witt made a great block. Eades puts the ball out of the air and the Tigers can tie it. St. Clair with the ball. Into the front court for the Tigers. To Eades on the left side, looking underneath. Can't get him over. They double team Miller. Gives it back outside to St. Clair. Now they go to Miller underneath. He fires off the baseline. No good. We got a whistle underneath. A foul on somebody. And it should be off Zaleski or Zaleski. I can't tell which. Maybe Flank. It is on Kim Flank. No. It is on Mike Zaleski. That's number 2 on Zaleski. Team foul number 4 on the Red Devils. Miller will shoot 2 as they have got Jimmy double and triple team down there. And Miller will be on the free throw line for the Tigers to shoot 2.
They may have Jimmy double and triple team, but Jimmy is still the leading scorer in this ball game.
As Miller ready to fire. He puts it up. It's good. 44-45. Tigers down by 1. As Miller will have one more. As Miller ready. He fires. It's in and out. No good. Tips up by Stephon. Stephon puts it up again. Got it. Stephon puts the Tigers ahead 46-45. As Stephon Murray puts them up by 1. As Oakvale comes to the offense. Lilly with the ball. Works it toward the key. Fires over St. Clair. We got a foul on St. Clair. Number 1 on Jeff, 2 on Jeff, it's number 2 on Jeff. Team foul number 5 on the Tigers. The shooting foul, so Lilly will be on the line to shoot 2.
Princeton scored 5 points in this fourth quarter, and Oak Hill has yet to score, but with Kim Lilly on the foul line.
Kim Lilly will be down there to shoot 2 shots. 46-45. Tigers up by 1 with 6:15 left to play in the ball game. As Lilly on the line. He'll fire with the right hand. He puts it up. It is no good. He got the right iron to the left iron and he came over there. 46-45. Tigers up by 1. 6:15 to play in the ball game.
Just St. Clair's playing cheerleader out there. See his hand going behind him when that crowd to go. He's taking it away. He didn't left off.
As Lilly fires good. He got a lot of iron, but he got it down. 46-46. Tie ball game. As St. Clair brings it to the front court for the Tigers. Top of the key with it. Looking underneath. Now they go to Murray on the right side. Back to St. Clair to Eades on the near side. Goes to the baseline. Goes under. Puts the shot up. It's off the iron. No good. Miller tips. Miller's got the ball tied up. Knocked out of bounds, and it is Tiger ball.
And Jimmy Miller got clipped about 3 or 4 times under there.
At least.
He was over somebody's back, though, wasn't he? That doesn't count.
No, I don't think he was.
As DeWitt will inbound it for the Tigers. They'll set him up on the right side of the lane. As DeWitt pulls the trigger in the corner with it to Eades. Eades holding it overhead. Now gives it outside to St. Clair. Jeff will direct some traffic. 46-46 tie ball game. They'll move Stephon to the right side. And they'll bring Eades to the left side. Now they come to Eades with the ball. Eades looking underneath. Gives it back to St. Clair. He'll fire from the top of the key. It's short off the iron. Murray with the ball. He is tripped. Ball comes loose. Picked up by Oak Hill. Miller kicked it away. Miller called for kicking the ball. It'll be out of bounds to Oak Hill. That's a good tackle he made on Stephon. 46-46. 5:33 to play. And Oak Hill wants a timeout. So with 5:33 left to play in the ball game. High ball game at 46-46. We'll be back right after this. Does anybody think it's warm in here?
I'm not very warm.
Okay. I know you're sitting there with a sweater on. I'm sitting here with a shirt and
I'm warm. He's got a coat there in front of him. That's all.
No, it's empty. It's empty.
5:33 left to play in the ball game. High ball game, 46-46. I'm Glenn May on Big WAEY Radio. We've got Bob Graham and Ann Miller alongside. Craig will standing back here to help with the wrap-up. It'll be Oakvale ball. We've got 5.5 minutes to decide it in. If they don't do it, we'll go overtime. As Oakvale ready to put the ball in play now. As soon as the captain signals they're ready. And Tuhofsky will inbound it to Lilly. Lilly brings it to the front court on the dead run. St. Clair heads him off. To the left side to Selesky on the wing with it. To Woods, top of the key. Back to Lilly on the near side. To Woods, blocks the shot. Kicks it out to St. Clair. Jeff into the front court with it. Woods on Woods. Pulls up, fires. It's off the iron, no good. Rebound. Pulled down by Oakvale. Selesky gets it out to Lilly. Lilly on the break. Goes down with it to Tuhofsky. It's knocked out of bounds. And Miller was back playing defense, but Eades took a spill down there going after that ball to stop the layup.
Well, that was a pretty gutsy play for a fellow with 4 fouls on it.
Well, he sacrificed the skin floor burn to knock the ball out of bounds. As Tuhofsky will inbound it. He gets it into Selesky, firing off the baseline, no good. Tipped up by Blanks, no good. Rebound to DeWitt of the Tigers. It's DeWitt guide to pull it down. Very strong rebound. But DeWitt comes up flipping. As DeWitt goes to the front court, St. Clair with the ball for the Tigers. 2-3 zone for Oakville. To Eades. Eades on the near side. Back to St. Clair, top of the key. To the Whit. They drop it to Miller. Low post work on Selesky. Fires off the baseline. Good. Tigers on top. 48-46. 4:40 to play in the ball game. Woods with the ball for Oakville. As Woods on the right side. In the corner to Tuhofsky. Firing out of the deep corner. It's off the iron. Rebound to Stephon of the Tigers. Murray digs it over the board. Miller with 22 points on the night. St. Clair brings it to the front court for Princeton. As Eades gives it back outside to St. Clair to DeWitt. They drop it to Miller low post. He'll fire. It's off the iron. No good. Tipped up. Put off. Pulled out by Oakville as Woods brings it down. As Woods into the front court with it. Gives it to Lilly. To Woods. He's firing from way outside. It's off the iron. No good. To Husky. Rebound foul by Murray. And then they've missed how many?
Oakville has not scored a field goal with half of this quarter gone, all but 1 second of half of this quarter gone. They have missed 9 straight shots. So, as hot as they were hot there that third quarter, they are a cold man.
As Stephon called for his third personal foul, and the Tigers in the bonus. Now the Tigers going to time out. So with 4:01 left to play in the ball game. Princeton 48, Oakville 46. We'll be back right after these messages.
That's 3 on Stephon, by the way.
Okay. And Stephon called for his third foul. And Bob, somebody does the writing for some of these cheers that some of the cheering sections come up with now that last call. And it's the call, from a vantage point the officials see that. Because a bunch of people in the cheering section got together and they were hollering, find her, grab a rope, find a tree, let's go to the referee. Somebody's got to write those things. I can never figure out who comes up with it. 4:01 to play in the ball game. 48-46. Tigers up by 2. Oakville will be on the free throw line for a 1-on-1. As Mark Tuhofsky will be on the line for the Red Devils.
Princeton scored 7 points in this fourth quarter as compared to 1 of 2 at the foul line for 1 point for Oakville. So far this fourth quarter's gone to Princeton.
4 hours foul.
See, young Jim Lilly sitting up there in the corner, rubbing his head. I'm sure he's sweating this one out right along with his dad and his brother.
I'm sure he is. As we're ready to play, the Tigers out there with Miller, DeWitt, St. Clair, Eades, and Murray. Tuhofsky on the free throw line. He'll fire a 1-on-1. He puts it up. It's good. He'll have a second one. 48-47. Tigers up by 1 with 4 minutes and 1 second to play in the ball game. So far, a jam-packed capacity crowd at the Birchforth Armory. Tuhofsky ready, fires, good. Tie ball game, 48 all.
Both teams have 2 timeouts left.
Okay, each team has 2 each. As Jasper checks into the ball game for the Red Devils. The Tigers will come to the offense now. 48 all with 4:01 to play. As St. Clair will move it to the front court for the Tigers on offense. As Jeff on the dribble with it. Moves it toward the left side to Murray. Gives it back outside to St. Clair. Still looking at that left side. Now he goes back to the right side to Murray. They go to DeWitt deep on the baseline. He'll fire off the baseline. Good. James DeWitt from 12 feet. Puts it in. 50-48. Tigers up by 2. As Selesky with the ball for Oakville. Gets it to the front court to Woods. Willie out on the wing right side. Gives it to Lily, top of the key. Lily looking underneath. Gives it to Celeste on the wing left side. Now to Woods on the high post. To Lily on the near side. Fires. Good. 50 to 50. Tie ball game. With 3:18 to play. As St. Clair will bring it to the front court for the Tigers. Jeff on the dribble with it. Moves it toward the left side to Eades. Eades on the wing. Looking underneath. They got Murray on the high post. Stefan gives it back outside to St. Clair around the horn to the Winners. Top post. Picked up by Oakvale. As Lily brings it to the front court for Oakvale. Starts it into the lane. Starts it down the lane. Goes under. Fires. No good. Rebound. Pulled out by the Tigers. It's the Witt controls. Out to St. Clair. Boy, the Witt got a bunch of rebounds tonight for the Tigers.
He always seems to be where the ball is.
As St. Clair gets some instructions from Coach Ralph Ball, now brings it to the front court. As they'll change the offense around a little bit. As they go to the Witt out on the wing right side. Back outside to St. Clair, top of the key. Back to the Witt, back to St. Clair. They started down the left side into the lane. It's off loose. St. Clair falls down, picked up by Oakvale. As they got Woods out in the front court, we got a foul. That's on Murray. As the Witt really corked Wood anyway. And here's on Stefan. That's number 4 on Murray.
You know, I thought Stefan didn't seem to see the ball. The player went over top of him to get the ball.
Man's got a right to take the pattern of the ball.
Stefan didn't know what was
Just
going
like
on.
in football.
No, Stefan wasn't sure where the ball was, I'm sure.
50 to
Almost hit
50.
him in the head.
And we'll have Ken Blanks on the Willie Woods on the free throw line for the Oakville Red Devils to shoot a 1-on-1. He fires. It's good. Oakville on top by 51 to 50 now with 2:24 to play in the ball game. And Woods will have one more attempt. As Sahofsky comes back in, Jasper comes out for Oakville. As Woods on the line for the Red Devils to shoot one more. He fires. It's good. 52 to 50. The Tigers trailing by 2 as they come to the offense. St. Clair moves it to the front court. On the dribble with it. To the right side to the Witt. Gives it back outside to St. Clair. To the left side to Miller. Way out on the wing with it. Jimmy on the dribble. Gives it back to St. Clair. To Eades. He'll fire from 18 feet. It's off the iron. No good. Tipped up by Stefan. No good. Really down to Miller. Goes up. Slammed up. Slammed it back in. He buried it. 52 to 50. 52 to 52 with a minute 54 to play. Oakville with the ball. Celeste with it outside. There's a Hosky in the corner. Gives it back to Celeste. To Lily, top of the key. To Woods on the right side. Firing from way outside. Off the iron. No good. Miller dives. Tips it back to St. Clair. A minute 38 to play. The Tigers with the ball. As St. Clair brings it to the front court. To the Witt on the wing right side. To Miller, low post. Looks on Celeste. Got it. Miller puts the Tigers up by 2. 54 to 52. With a minute 22 to play in the ball game. As Lily into the front court with it for Oakville. To Woods on the right side. Back to Celeste. Top of the key. Goes to the lane. Fires. It's off. It's still up the air ball. Out of bounds. Tiger ball. Tigers put the ball in the lead. A minute 11 to play. Oakville wants a timeout. So with a minute 11 seconds to play, it is Princeton 54, Oakville 52. We'll be back right after this.
No matter what.
Bob, what was you telling us about Jim?
Jimmy Miller has 26 points on the night. He's 2 of 5 at the foul line, but he has 12 field goals, 24 points, 19 points in the third and fourth quarters. He had 7 points at the end of the first half. Has 26 now, 19 of the points coming in the third and fourth quarter.
Okay, Ann, 2-point lead. They got the ball. What are they going to do with it? Spread it out?
I look for Princeton to spread it out. You know, the first time Princeton and Oakville played, it seemed like Princeton would spread it out, then Oakville would get a little lead, and they would spread it out. With a minute 11 to go, the poise that the Tigers have had the last few games with their delay offense, I would say they will spread it out and look for Jimmy Miller inside and low because they've been hitting him well. Oakville really doesn't have the height.
We're getting Hosberger in the game. There's 3 guards in there now.
Right. They're going for the delay with John in there, I believe.
And the Witt will inbound it now. Oakville will press. A minute 11 to play. Tigers up by 2 as the Witt will inbound it. He gets it into St. Clair. Jeff in the backcourt. Gets it back to the Witt. James dribbling with it in the backcourt against the press. Puts it to Hosberger. He's in the front court. The Tigers break the press. They get it to Eades, and Eades gives it to St. Clair. Now they split it out with 1 minute to play. St. Clair to Eades. Eades gives it back to St. Clair with 55 seconds to play. To the win on the near side. Back to Eades. 49 seconds to play. As Lilly telling his team to go man-to-man all the way. St. Clair to Eades. Eades with the ball out front. Gives it back to St. Clair. Works on Lilly. Gives it to Eades. Eades out front with it. Working on Woods. On the dribble. Leaves it for DeWitt. DeWitt gives it back to St. Clair across court to break the double team. 30 seconds to play. Eades with the ball for the Tigers. As Mike gets it to DeWitt, we got a foul. And it's a deliberate foul call on 35. It'll be Mike Gillespie. That's number 3 on Gillespie. And Stefan will come into the ball game for the Tigers for rebounding as Hansberger comes off. 27 seconds to play. Preston 54, Oakvale 52. Wilbur tries to off these Tigers to some about the game. Craig moved over on the floor. He'll try to get them over to see how they feel. I know how they feel. We know how they feel if this 22-point lead holds up for 27 seconds. Yeah, well, I think Mike will make it a 4-point lead. Mike Eades on the line. He'll shoot a 1-on-1. He'll get 2 shots. Deliberate foul, 2 shots. Eades fires. It is good. He'll have another one. 55-52. Tigers up with 27 seconds to play. As Eades ready to go one more time. Eades fires good. 56-52. As Oakvale comes back, Gillespie to Blank. Blanks into the front court with it. To Lilly. Lilly works to the top of the key. Forces the shot up. It goes. It's good. So with 17 seconds on the clock, the Tigers inbound and St. Clair foul from behind by Lilly. 16 seconds to play. Princeton 56. Oakvale 54. That's number 2 on Kim Lilly. Who shot foul? Craig? You leave the mic here, do you want to tell the players what you want? You leave the mic up here, do you tell the players what you want? Yeah, but you don't have enough mic cord to go get them. As Craig's getting in position, he'll be talking to some of the Tigers that we've been winning. 16 seconds. We'll have just St. Clair on the free throw line for the Tigers. Shooting 2 shots. He fires. It's off the iron. No good. So with 16 seconds left, the Tigers up by 2, 56-54. St. Clair on the line for one more shot. Oakvale will burn their last time out. They wanted it, they didn't get it. As St. Clair ready to fire. He puts it up. It's good. 57-54. As Lilly gets it to Gillespie. Into the front court with it to Blank. Blanks to Woods. Starts it down the right side. Goes to the lane. He'll fire. It's good. 7 seconds on the clock. And Tigers up by 1. They get it in the backcourt to Eades. Eades is fouled. Oh! He is fouled by Woods. As Woods checking. There's no doubt about that one being deliberate, was it? No, there wasn't. As a matter of fact, it was overly deliberate. And it'll bring the crowd out if they're not careful. And that'll put Eades on the line to shoot 2. 2 seconds left to play. Princeton 57, Oakville 56. And Oakville wants a timeout. So while we got a chance, 2 seconds to play. Princeton 57, Oakville 56. We'll be back right after this. How they feel? How this one feel compared to last year? Great game. All that stuff. Make sure you identify each one up now. Make sure you identify each one up. That's going to mean more than the one last year. So what? We don't get any long questions, they're all short questions. All short questions, so long ones. Okay, we got 2 seconds to play. The Tigers 57, Oakville 56. A lot of the crowd picking up their coach. And we'll have Mike Eades on the line to shoot 2 shots. How you feel, man?
I feel good about it. I think Mike Eades has worked real hard on his free throw shooting since that last time he was on the free throw line with Oakville early in the season.
Well, he's on the one at Beckley now from the free throw line also.
Right.
So, if we had to have somebody up there, I just didn't have Mike.
I just didn't have Mike. Is anybody in the team?
Since that first Oakville game, he proved to be the pressure shooter. He's shooting at 76% on the season from the free throw line. As the Tigers out of the huddle, and they're setting up for the defensive free throw set up. Bob, the call it a defensive free throw set up.
It looks like a zone at half court.
He's on the line. They've got DeWitt, St. Clair, Miller, and Stefan back behind the half-court line to play defense. Will go to the state tournament for the second year in a row as the Tigers have beaten the Red Devils 58-56 to win the Tigers in that fourth quarter, coming from behind to win the ball game, as they were able to win over the Oakvale Red Devils. Final score 58-56. As in that fourth quarter, the Red Devils only got 11 points. The Tigers was able to put 17 on the board, so they outscored of 17-11. No, that's not right. Couldn't be. So they won by 2. Okay, and they were down by 2. They won by 2. They were down by 2 at the half. At the end of the third quarter, they were down 45-41. They were down by 4, and they won it by 2. As I've just about lost the voice for tonight in the largest crowd we've seen in the Brush Fork Armory in years and years and years. As Craig goes out on the floor, he'll get some of the Tigers over to talk to as we're working on the stats. We'll have them for you momentarily. First, let's pause for this message.
On the radio.
Yes. Okay, we're back at the Armory. The Tigers going to the state tournament for the second consecutive year. They beat Oakvale 58-56. Grego, you've got Mike.
I've got Mike Eades alongside, and Mike, after a thrilling performance here this evening, of course, to go to Morgantown for a second straight year, this one's got to mean a lot to you.
Yeah, it's right. Last year, I didn't play much, but it meant a lot. But this year means a whole lot more. We got our whole team back, and we're going to play next year. We're going to win it this year.
We got the captain of the Tigers, Jimmy Miller, steps in alongside, and Jimmy, after your slam dunk, got the Tigers motivated and get them back into the ball game. I'm sure that one means a lot to you, and a second trip to Morgantown surely means quite a bit.
It definitely does. This means much more to me than last year. It's just as sweet, but we lost everybody. I think we surprised a whole lot of people.
Fellas, we want you to know we'll be behind you all the way in Morgantown. Good luck.
I'd like to say hello to my Uncle Joe and A-Jag. All right, we go to those states. I'd like to say hi to my dad.
Okay, Jimmy Miller and Mike Eades out there with Gregos. They're going to make some tournament presentations. And we're going to be back with more. First, let's pause 30 seconds for this. Okay, and Bob's got some individual stats for us. Bob, what we got, buddy?
Well, in the first half, Oakvale led Princeton from field goals by 3, 15-11. But as the game total, Princeton came out ahead of them on the field goals, 24-23. Kim Lilly was the big scorer for Oakvale with 8 field goals. He was 1 of 2 at the foul line and a total of 17 points. Willie Woods had 6 field goals, 3 of 4 at the foul line and 15 points. And this place is still extremely noisy. I don't think too many people have left yet.
Well, they're standing around us.
Ken Blanks did not score in the ball game. Mark Tahusky had 1 field goal, 2 of 3 at the foul line, 4 points, and he was averaging 12.9 points per game. Tahusky had 6 field goals, 4 of 5 at the foul line, and 16 points on the night. Jeremiah Jasper had 2 field goals for 4 points, all of his points coming in the first half. Team totals, Oakvale had 23 field goals, 10 of 14 at the foul line, and 56 points. For Princeton, Jimmy Miller had 12 field goals. He was 2 of 5 at the foul line and 26 points. Mike Eades had 4 field goals, 3 of 4 at the foul line, 11 points. And Mike played most of the fourth quarter with 4 personal fouls. Jeff St. Clair had 1 field goal, 1 of 2 at the foul line, a total of 3 points. Stephon Murray had a good game tonight. He had 2 field goals, 1 of 2 at the foul line, 5 points. James DeWitt had 5 field goals, 3 of 4 at the foul line, 13 points, 9 of those points coming in the first half. Princeton had 24 field goals as compared to 23 for Oakvale, 10 of 17 at the foul line, and 58 points. Both teams hit 10 free throws. The difference, Princeton had 1 more field goal. And Ann, we can either go to the rebounds and shot chart, or to the ceremonies out at Adam.
Well, they're presenting the trophy right now. The band, go ahead and go to team stats.
Okay, team stats tonight. This second half, Princeton shot 13 for 25 for just right on 52%. Oakvale shot a miserable 10 for 29 for just barely 35%. My mind keeps going back to that 3 minutes, well, actually to that 4 minutes and 29 seconds, 4 minutes and 39 seconds in that fourth quarter that Oak Hill did not score a field goal. 3:21 on the clock. They hit their first field goal in the fourth quarter.
But that was good defense. Tigers playing excellent.
Right. Tigers were playing excellent defense. Princeton out-rebounded Oak Hill that second half, 21-12. Princeton did turn the ball over 5 times as compared to Oak Hill not having any turnovers. Then for the entire game, Princeton put up 49 shots, making 24 of those shots. Oak Hill put up 54 shots, making only 23 for 43% as compared to a 50% by Princeton. Princeton completely dominated the board, out-rebounding Oak Hill, 40 rebounds as compared to 26 pulled down by Oak Hill. Princeton did have 7 turnovers on the game. Oak Hill had 2. So I would say the real key was in the rebounding column, getting that good shot selection. And again, my mind has to go back to that 4 minutes and 39 seconds in the fourth quarter, that crucial fourth quarter when Oak Hill did not score a field goal.
I think you're right. That turned it around because now the Tigers had lost the momentum coming out of that third quarter.
Right. Coming out of that third quarter, Princeton had lost that momentum. They regained the momentum, played excellent defense, shut Oak Hill off, and that really tells the story. Oak Hill only scored 3 field goals that fourth quarter.
Big difference. Okay, we're going to be back with more. First, let's pause for this.
Goodbye.
Okay, Bob, you got an announcement on the bus to Morgantown.
Well, Rita Akers informs us that the Boosters Club, John Robinson's outfit, will be taking a bus to Morgantown, possibly more than one bus. If anyone's interested and would like to have more information on the bus, they should call Rita Akers at 425-8521. I'll repeat that number one more time. Rita Akers, 425-8521 for more information on the bus going to Morgantown.
They go up and return on Thursday after the game.
I don't think the details have been worked out, but I'm sure they will because that's what they did last year.
And as we're waiting for some of the players to become available, we're taking pictures out of the mix right now. Craig Graves Johnson's there right there.
Okay, I got Coach John Quintier alongside, and Coach Quintier, we kind of missed an interview on you last week. Our power failed. But we got you alongside this week. What'd you think of the Tigers?
Well, they played real well. I thought they, as the season went on, they got tougher and tougher. And I look for them to go up to the state tournament and be tough to beat again this year.
Well, last year a slam dunk got him out of the sectional with Alan Williams late in the fourth quarter against the Mountain View Golden Knights. This year a slam dunk got him motivated again to get him out of the regional.
Yeah, I thought Miller right down the stretch there really turned tough, and he got those 2 big buckets when they really needed them. And of course, the kid he's matured a whole lot since last year, and he's going to be tough to deal with.
Next year, of course, the Tigers get everybody back. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of college coaches around the area looking at the Tigers.
Yeah, they've got a tremendous basketball team, and they play with a lot of poise. I think that's, much credit to Coach Ball. I think he's really brought that young team along real well.
Coach, we want to thank you for stopping by and talking to us. We wish you the best of luck in the coming year.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We should probably mention when Princeton will play in Morgantown.
Right. As I understand it, they play at 9:15 Thursday night against the winner of the Greenbrier East Buchanan Upshur game that's being played tonight at West Virginia Wesleyan.
So they will play on the second night of the tournament.
Right, second night of the tournament. Right.
Okay, I've got Coach Ralph Ball standing up here with me, and Coach, we're hoping you're making a habit out of this trip to Morgantown.
Well, these kids just played tremendous, Glenn, and came on all year and improved and played great tonight.
Well, I think that really this one has got to mean a lot more than satisfaction there. They all mean a lot. But now last year people said, well, Princeton's got a lot of horses, they'll go places. This year they said Princeton hadn't got anybody left. They got one man coming back. This will be a rebuilding year. Now you're going back upstate.
Well, both years are great. Last year we had to get over the hump. We hadn't been up there, and we had to get up there, and that was a big effort. And this year is just as sweet because these kids really came through and improved from one game to the last game.
I was looking at the scorecard, and if you look down the line, there's been a lot of close ball games in there that for young kids a lot of times will make a mistake, and yet these young kids, now you're playing mostly juniors, you got a couple of seniors that you come in with off the bench, they have refused to crack.
Well, what we got playing, I call them gym rats. So they stay in the gym all the time. If you let them, they practice year-round, and that's what it takes. They're just 8 or 10 boys are gym rats, really.
Well, now, tonight, there was an awful lot of pressure put on a bunch of young kids because going into that fourth quarter, you were 4 points down. What do you tell your kids in this kind of a pressure ball game? And the crowd here is making such noise, you probably couldn't get much communication.
We've got about 4 or 5 offenses, and we went to the one that either DeWitt's going to get the ball for a shot, or he's going to get the ball inside to Jimmy, and we reversed it over there, and DeWitt did a fine job. Mike reversed it back to Jeff, and Jeff got it over to DeWitt, and DeWitt got the ball inside. So just a team effort. They got it inside, and Jimmy just stuck it in there on him.
But now, Oakvale knew what Princeton was going to be done. They were very well prepared for the ball game, and it just had to come down. You just had to do it in spite of them, didn't you?
Right, they're a good ball team, outstanding ball team. And like I told our boys last Monday, I said, boys, we got to prepare all week and prepare to win to beat a good ball team because they're good, and it's going to take good preparation for us to win.
Now, one time coming out in the early fourth quarter, and you have to help us a little bit on this. The Tiger defense really sit down there. The Oakville has the momentum, and the Tigers really sit down on that defense. And I think Oakville missed about 7 or 8 shots in a row because they just could not get a shot they wanted.
Well, we changed defenses 3 times in the fourth quarter. And really, our man did real well, but I had Mike Eades out there with 4 fouls on him. I didn't want to stay into it any longer than I had to, but we wanted to mess up their momentum a little bit and get them change their offense a little bit. And fortunately, they didn't score while we was in, and we got the ball.
The thing now, you have to get the kids back to earth, and I guess when you be going up to Morgantown.
Well, I haven't let them. They can do what they want to between now and Monday. Then we got to get after it.
Monday, you start another season.
Right, that's right. This is like I told them, it was the biggest game in their life was tonight, and they prepared well for it and won it.
Now you'll be going to Morgantown probably Tuesday to get a chance to work out on.
No, we'll go up Wednesday and work out Wednesday because we don't play till Thursday.
Okay, play Thursday night. Now, Ann, I think, is telling us that we play the winner of Greenbrier East Buchanan up.
Right, they're both teams great. It could be either one. Both of them real big, and either one of them is going to be a challenge for us.
Well, any team that we hit upstate will be giving away muscle.
Yeah, especially with those two. They're out of sight for size.
Well, you know, Jimmy's about 6'7". That's more than adequate height, but Jimmy's pretty. That's why he's pretty thin. Then you got your 2 wingmen. You got the width. Stefan, you put them both in the back of a truck. You couldn't tell they were in there.
Right, we're not big, no.
But Ralph, congratulations on a great season. We're real proud of the Tigers. Real happy to see you.
Yeah, I'm proud of this bunch. They've done tremendous.
And tremendous job of coaching this year. We want to
very much.
Congratulate you and compliment you on that.
Thank you.
And Craig, you've got a couple of Tigers over there you want to talk with?
I got Jeff St. Clair stepping in, and Jeff, of course, this year it's got to be a little bit more going to Morgantown than it did last year because you were more instrumental in the part this year.
Yeah, it means a lot more than it did last year because last year I was just along for the ride, and they gave me one last year, and I feel I owe everybody else one.
This year, we expect to see the Tigers take home a 2nd straight state championship, and we'll support you all the way. Good luck.
Thank you. Well, all I can say is we'll give one heck of a try.
Okay, and we're going to be back at the first pause for this message.
Okay, out on the floor, I've got Bo Bowman alongside, and of course, Bo is a longtime Princeton fan, and he keeps track of records way back when. And Bo, when was the last time the Tigers went up back-to-back years?
Coach Quentin Barnett took them up in 1948 and 49 for back-to-back trips. They won it in 1948 and lost it in 1949. They lost the opening game in the second year, but they won it in 1948.
Hopefully this year they'll make it 2 in a row, though.
Got to, and then 3 next year. Got everybody back, so it should be ready next year.
You making a trip to Morgantown?
I'll have to be there, yes.
Okay, we look to see you there.
Thank you. Okay, Bob Graham, we've completed the Tiger season. This will be the last one we'll broadcast. The one will be picked up off the network from the tournament. And you have some last words you want to say?
Well, I just think that this Princeton team has surprised a lot of people. They were 2-3. They came on. They've lost 2 games in what? The last 17, 18 ball games. They've lost 2.
Something like that.
And they came on. They got the experience that they needed. They'll get some help from the junior high next year. They should do fairly well up there this year. They will be an excellent ball team next year unless something happens.
Enjoyed working with you, Bob.
Thank you very much.
And we got Ann Meadows sitting here, and Ann, we've appreciated the help and enjoyed having you alongside of us this year.
It's been a real pleasure, Glenn. I'm sorry that late in the season I had to take a little break. That break was much, much harder on me than I'm sure it was anybody else in our radio audience. It was rough sitting there listening to the... What?
We marked you as AWOL.
Did you? Oh no. No, it certainly has been a pleasure, Glenn. A real pleasure working with you and Bob. Glad that Bob has his boy. I was in hopes to be a little girl. We need a couple of new Tigerettes coming down the line, but congratulations to Bob on that.
Okay, I'm Glenn Bay. Speaking on behalf of all the folks at the Brushfork Armory, we've got Bob Graham, Ann Meadows, Craig Hall, and of course we got to mention Charlie Wright, who's worked with us from time to time during the season. And to all these people, we appreciate their help, and we appreciate you've allowed us to be a part of your basketball season.
We say